As a medical student, you've likely learned about blood clots and how they can form in different parts of the body. When a blood clot forms in the lower limb, it can be particularly dangerous. This is because the blood clot can grow in size, break free, and travel to the lungs, causing a life-threatening condition called a pulmonary embolism. In this video, we'll explore the answer to the question, what are the symptoms of a lower limb blood clot? And why it's important to identify and treat this condition as soon as possible. Blood clots in the lower limb are a common medical condition that can occur due to various reasons, such as immobility, injury, or underlying medical conditions. Blood clots can form in the veins or arteries of the lower limb and can cause a range of symptoms that need to be recognized early for prompt treatment. The most common blood clot that occurs in the lower limb is deep vein thrombosis. Deep vein thrombosis, or abbreviated as DVT, is a medical condition where blood clots form in the veins of the lower limbs. DVT can be a serious condition, potentially leading to complications, such as pulmonary embolism and post-thrombotic syndrome. We will talk about these complications a bit more later on. Let me tell you about another condition that can lead to clot formation in the lower limb. It is called peripheral artery disease, or PAD, a condition that causes narrowing or blockages in the arteries that supply blood to the lower limbs, can lead to reduced blood flow and an increased risk of blood clots forming. Peripheral artery disease is caused by the buildup of fatty deposits, plaque, in the walls of the arteries, which can narrow or block blood flow to the affected area. Peripheral artery disease is a significant risk factor for developing lower limb blood clots and can cause a range of symptoms, including ischemia of affected limb. Its symptoms need to be recognized early for effective treatment. As a medical student, it's important to understand the symptoms, complications, and treatment of DVT and PAD to effectively diagnose and manage this condition. Moving forward, let's focus on discussing the symptoms of a lower limb blood clot while keeping DVT and PAD in mind. This will help us recognize the warning signs and promptly initiate appropriate diagnostic and treatment measures. So, how do you know if you have a blood clot in your lower limb? There are several telltale signs to watch out for. There are 3 cardinal signs of blood clot are pain, swelling, and skin changes. Pain or tenderness in the affected area is a common symptom of a lower limb blood clot. Patients may experience a cramping or pulling sensation in the affected limb that worsens over time. The pain may become more intense when standing or walking and can be relieved by rest. Swelling or edema in the affected limb is another common symptom of a lower limb blood clot. The swelling may be visible, and the affected limb may feel heavy or achy. Patients may notice that their shoes or clothing feel tighter than usual. Skin changes in the affected area can also occur due to a lower limb blood clot. The skin may appear reddish or warm to the touch, and patients may notice discoloration or a blue tinge. The veins in the affected limb may also become more prominent. Bulging veins or varicose veins can also be seen subcutaneously. Other symptoms of a lower limb blood clot may include a low-grade fever and numbness or tingling in the affected area. Now let's look at the symptoms specific to the 2 conditions we discussed earlier. Symptoms of a DVT can be subtle at first, but they tend to worsen over time. It presents all the classic signs and symptoms that we talked about just now. Deep vein thrombosis commonly presents as pain or tenderness in the affected area, and swelling or edema that may cause heaviness or itchiness. Other possible symptoms are redness, warmth, skin discoloration, prominent veins, and low-grade fever. As for the symptoms of peripheral artery disease, the symptoms of peripheral artery disease may include pain in the legs or feet while walking or exercising, cramping or muscle fatigue in the affected area, coldness or numbness in the affected limb, slower healing of wounds or infections, and weaker or absent pulses in the legs or feet. Delayed diagnosis and treatment can result in permanent damage to the affected limb or even death. I mentioned before, if left untreated, a lower limb blood clot can lead to serious complications. One of the most concerning is pulmonary embolism. Pulmonary embolism is a serious complication of DVT that can be life-threatening. It occurs when a blood clot breaks free from the vein and travels to the lungs, where it can block blood flow and cause respiratory distress. Symptoms of a pulmonary embolism can include chest pain, shortness of breath, rapid heart rate, and coughing up blood. Another complication of a lower limb blood clot is post-thrombotic syndrome. Post-thrombotic syndrome is another potential complication of DVT. It can cause long-term symptoms. This occurs when the veins in the affected limb become damaged due to the clot, leading to chronic pain, swelling, and skin changes. It can lead to ischemic death of affected limb tissue due to lack of blood flow. As an investigative measure, to confirm the presence of a blood clot, imaging tests, such as ultrasound, are typically performed. As a healthcare provider, it's important to be proficient in interpreting these imaging studies to accurately diagnose deep vein thrombosis. Additionally, during physical examination of suspected patients, a test called the dorsiflexion sign test or the Hohmann sign test is performed, in which the patient is asked to extend the knee, and the clinician forcefully dorsiflexes the foot and uses the other hand to squeeze the calf area. Deep calf pain and tenderness may indicate the presence of deep vein thrombosis. This shows the positive Hohmann sign. Once a DVT is confirmed, appropriate treatment must be initiated promptly. Blood thinning or anticoagulants medications are typically prescribed to prevent the clot from growing or breaking free. As a medical student, it's important to familiarize yourself with the different types of anticoagulants and their mechanisms of action. For that, you can check out our video on anticoagulants, mechanism of action here at sqadia.com. Other than blood thinners, avoiding prolonged sitting or standing, compression stockings, and elevating the affected limb is also recommended by physicians. On the other hand, the diagnosis of peripheral artery disease involves a physical examination, medical history, and various imaging tests such as ankle brachial index, ABI, and ultrasound. Treatment of peripheral artery disease includes lifestyle changes, such as regular exercise, healthy diet, and smoking cessation. Medications such as blood thinners, cholesterol-lowering drugs, and blood pressure-lowering drugs may also be prescribed. In severe cases, surgery or endovascular procedures may be required to open or bypass the blocked arteries. In conclusion, lower limb blood clots can be a serious and potentially life-threatening condition if left untreated. As a medical student, you'll likely encounter patients with lower limb blood clots at some point in your career. By understanding the symptoms of this condition and the potential complications, you can help ensure that patients receive prompt and effective treatment. By staying informed and aware, you can help prevent and manage DVT in your patients. That is all. Thank you for watching our video.
Watch our medical videos anytime and anywhere. Download sqadia.com app now.